Welcome back, y'all. How's it going today? Hopefully, everybody's having a good, blessed Sunday. Um, got a couple cases for us today. I took yesterday off. Uh, my family's been doing good. My stepmom's been getting better in the hospital, so that's cool. Um, she should be home in a few days. That'll be cool. I'm sure she's ready to get out the hospital. She already trying to pretend like she's all better, but that's not the case. So she's got to spend a few more days there at least. Um, Man, in terms of Vegas, I miss Vegas, man. I miss how the streets are lined up. I just miss how you can see at night. I miss that jewels aren't $30. There's a lot that I miss. But in terms of that, yo, Derek, what up, man? What up, Derek? Everybody show our members some love. We love when the members show up to the live showcase, man. We appreciate that. We dropped two new shorts. Last night I chopped up some shorts for us. Ti son, hey, what's up, April? Happy Sunday. I chopped up some shorts. There was a child predator who got murdered in jail. He killed Josephina. I believe that was the child's name, like in 2023. He got sentenced this year, and then a few weeks into his sentencing, he got that good old jailhouse justice. They murdered him in jail or unalived him in jail. So, you know what I mean? Not only did he have a 20-year sentence, but he will never see the end of that 20-year sentence. They did a little jailhouse justice. We put a report up on that. So go check that out. But without further ado, man, let's get into the show.
Like high school, there's so many kids that just don't care. And I was like, just take your, you're so smart.
The death of children fills us with horror. When that death is at the hands of a parent, that horror is mixed with revulsion. Those feelings were experienced by an entire county when, on June 9th, 2020, the bodies of Tylee Ryan, 16, and J.J. Vallow, 7, were found. Both children had been asphyxiated with plastic wrap and duct tape, and Tylee's body had been dismembered and burned. How could a mother do this? What would make
Damn, 16, bro? I don't think my parents could have tied me up when I was 16. My parents are older though, but yeah, bro, like she must have drugged them or something, right?
a mother suddenly commit such a violent act? A closer look at the life of Lori Vallow reveals that this wasn't sudden, and it wasn't her first murder. In 2001, Vallow married Joseph Anthony Ryan Jr., her third husband and father to Tylee. 2 years later, the couple divorced, and 3 years after that, Ryan was attacked by Alex Cox, Vallow's brother. Cox stated his motive for the attack was that Ryan had abused Vallow, but it is unclear why he waited 3 years after the divorce to do anything. In 2006, Vallow married Charles Vallow, and in 2013, they adopted Charles's great-nephew, JJ. 2 years later, Lori Vallow began reading the books of Chad Daybell and became obsessed. In 2018, Vallow attended a prepper convention with a friend where she met Daybell. There was an immediate attraction, and during further meetings, Daybell shared with her how he believed they had been married in several other lifetimes. Falling deeper and deeper into this shared delusion, Vallow informed her
Hey, shout out Bradley. Welcome him to the chat, y'all.
husband that she no longer cared for him and JJ, claimed she was the wife of LDS founder Joseph Smith, and then vanished for 2 months. At this time, Charles Vallow filed for divorce on the grounds that she had threatened to kill him and had stolen a large amount of money in his truck. He filed for an order.
Well, not only that, she fucking ran away with the prepper guy, right? Like, fuck my truck and my money, bro. Like, you always spend money on your wife, and she's always gonna steal your truck. But she ran away with the prepper guy. That's the fucking that's the main issue for me for the divorce. like like that's why you get divorced, not because your wife spent your money. That's pretty common. But if you haven't seen her in 3 months because she ran away with a prepper guy, that's probably the best reason for your divorce.
Of protection for both himself and JJ, but withdrew the petition after a month to try to make the marriage work. This proved to be a fatal mistake. On July 11th, 2019, Charles Vallow was shot by Alex Cox. Once again, his motive was that his sister was
Bro, I'm tired of fucking her brother killing my boy Vallow. Like he keep attacking this man. Charles, you should have been took this little weird motherfucker out, bro. Stop fucking with this lady. There was plenty of red signs on this case, red flags. Danola, welcome to the chat, man. Welcome in.
being abused, but given past history, this was almost certainly a complete fabrication.
Let's just take it, see if you pass it. She passed it, like.
And got a really good score?
Yeah, she passed it with, like, college ready in every category the first time.
Well, and now she can do what she wants, so.
Exactly.
She's better off that way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she kind of buff. You can see her arms are a little bit ripped.
Vallow chats with the police officer about her daughter, sounding like a typical soccer mom. The slight quaver in her voice is hardly.
April said Charles went to the police. Yeah, he went to the police twice. What I'm saying is, our brother looked weak as fuck. He should have either beat his ass or shot him or stabbed him or something. Like, bro kept trying to kill you, dog. Like, you need to do something.
Noticeable and could easily be attributed to the
Well, I say, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times, it ain't gonna be no 3 times. You fool. That's it. I ain't get fooled no more.
shock of her ex-husband's death.
Okay. I know Lori's your first name, right?
Yeah.
Lauri.
Lori.
Okay. And then what's your last name?
Vallow. Vallow.
And your date of birth? And your phone number?
Hey, do you guys watch Always Sunny in Philadelphia? Don't this lady look like Sweet D, like the sister? I swear she looked like Sweet D.
And you live at the house, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, I know this sounds silly, but it's probably the easiest way to start, is just to tell me what happened. And then, so you can start what makes the most sense to you, and we'll just work our way through it. I'm going to ask you a bunch of questions just to kind of clarify.
Sure.
So I know you talked to the initial patrol officer.
And he just got information. He didn't say
Okay.
anything.
So yeah, if you can just kind of tell me kind of what happened. It sounds like some of this may have started last.
Bro, tell me that's not her. Look. Tell me that's not her, bro. Tell me that's not her, bro. Tell me that's not her, bro. Tell me that's not Sweet D. Sweet D, you out here killing your husbands, bro?
Last night or something along those lines.
Right.
So start where you think it makes the most sense.
Okay. So,
I told you, it's a crazy question.
When asked to recount the events leading up to the murder, Vallow stalls, laughing nervously and holding her head in her hands. This allows her to break eye contact, an indication that she is preparing to lie.
Well, so we moved into this house 3 weeks ago because he offered to get me a house here where all my family is. So we were in Houston. And so he's like, we had decided to separate or whatever. So he's like, well, I'll pay for a house for you and for JJ and whatever, because he's all about JJ. He's never about Tylee, but he's all about JJ. Because we adopted him together. He's his great nephew. We adopted him as a baby. And so we adopted him as a baby, and so we've been raising him together. And he travels all the time for business, so he's used to just going back and forth. So he's always gone like Monday through Friday.
They redacted her birthday. They be doing shit like that for ladies, I guess.
So he came when we first moved in and brought me stuff from Houston, like a U-Haul, and then he hasn't been back. But it's all these threats on my phone all the time, you know, like whatever, all these things. And then he told me...
What kind of threats?
Just... You'd have to read them to see, but he's always mad at me.
Vallow continues to skirt the issue, going into detail about their move into the area. She manages to work in the insinuation that her husband cared more for JJ than Tylee, and that he is often gone from home. She also mentions that he has threatened her through text while he was away, but when pressed, she is unable to give
You think she hurt these kids because she thought she wasn't gonna get the kids? Like she thought the husband was gonna win custody of the kids, so she took it out on the kids type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Any details. Had these threats existed, it would be more likely that at least one specific threat or phrase would stand out. But coupled with her nervous laughter, one is
I want to see JJ. And I told him, I said, I will never keep JJ from you. You can come see him whenever you want to. Come take him to school, whatever. Like, I'm not going to do that.
So when you initially moved, he had said he was going to buy you a house. So you moved here.
So she says she want custody of the kids, but that's not even her blood. I know they adopted him, but that's his nephew, and they adopted his nephew. Come on, sweet D, you already doing some always funny shit.
With your
Yeah, he was going to rent us a house.
And so you
'Cause
moved.
all my family lives here. So
Right.
we lived here for a long time.
Okay.
And then he moved us to Houston.
Okay.
And we were there with my son. He was out of school. He didn't have any of his, like, services, his DDD, his anything. He, like, ripped him out of school and said, we're moving.
again
Okay, good. April's got a little bit of intel. Shout out April. She's saying that she believes this interview was recorded before the kids were actually hurt. That's why it was redacted and stuff. Well, stuff is redacted in the interview. Um, she believes the husband, the new husband, the prepper dude, Chad, and her both had something to do with it.
Vallow tries to paint a poor relationship between her husband and daughter, setting Charles up to look like an abuser, with herself in the role of a loving, protective mother. It's a clear bid for sympathy, one that a lawyer will undoubtedly.
Grandkids. Like, okay, you're going to threaten me that you're not going to let me see my child without supervised visitation? Okay, do it for 30 days and see how long it lasts. You're going to beg.
Okay, so I was right. Charles did have custody because he's threatening that she got to get visitation with supervised visitation. So that means he won.
You're going to threaten me that you're not going to let me see my child without supervised visitation? Okay, do it for 30 days and see how long it lasts. You're begging me to come pick him up.
Yeah.
Which he did. She's like, come back and whatever. So I moved in with them to Houston for the family, you know, and Tylee went with me. We drove to Houston from here and left all our family and all his support, all my son's support, like his cousins, everything. And we were there, and I enrolled him in school there. I tried to start all his services, and it takes forever.
Yeah.
You know, it takes so long to get that done.
There's no easy transferring.
There's no easy.
Yo, double tap them screens, guys. Double tap them screens. We need them likes. Get them likes up. Helps the stream out a lot.
Transfer.
You start from the beginning.
It's a totally new thing.
Yeah.
And he didn't do any of it in those 30 days. So he just had gone without services, without even applying. And I'm like, do you even realize? Because he didn't ever do it in the first place. I did it. Long story. I'll keep it short. He hasn't been here in a couple weeks since we moved in. He came. He was very nasty when he was there, but he travels for business. So he went back to the Houston house, and he's like, I'm coming on Wednesday night, and I'm going to come pick up JJ and take him to school Thursday, pick him up Thursday, take him Friday, whatever. And I said, Casey wanted to come to the house, and I said, you can't come stay at this house because you can't get along with Tylee. She's a minor, she has to live here.
Yeah.
So, because he gets in huge fights up there.
Okay.
And she hates him. And so I'm like, you can't.
She's already trying to deface the character of the person she wants to accuse for her crimes, really. See, if these murders happened after this interview, then that means she's trying to set this shit up already. Like, this shit is super duper premeditated. Murder in the firstest degree.
Can't stay at the house, so I will book you a hotel because he stays in hotels all the time because he travels for business, and the business pays for it, right? So I said, I will book you a hotel nearby.
What does he do?
He works with teachers and their retirement plans, but he goes to them at their school. He mostly works in California, no matter where we live. And we lived in Hawaii, he'd work in California, he'd work in Texas. He has like books of business in different areas. And so he just goes wherever. It kind of just gives him freedom that he doesn't have to stay home every day and take care of special needs child. It's like an excuse, right? So I've done that myself for the last 7 years anyway. And I was a single mom before I married him with my 2 kids. And he had 2 kids. We got married, tried to make a family. You know how it goes. Anyway. So he said he was coming last night. I said, well, you can't stay at this house because you can't get along with Tylee. I'll get you a hotel and you can come play with JJ. But he goes to school all day.
Yeah.
I got him back into his school. His services, I met with the DDD yesterday, and they finally are getting his services back. But we're paying $125 a day to have him back at school because he's so out of his routine. He's been a nightmare on the floor, kicking stuff, hitting stuff, walls. Like, he just ripped him out of his life.
Yeah.
So, anyway, just how he
Mind you, bro's like 6. The person she's talking about is like 6 years old. So like, I don't want to hear none of that shit. You can stop a 6-year-old or from doing anything. They're still little. Kids can't really. You can't really tell a kid what to do after he's like 13, 14. But a 6-year-old boy, you could. They're not finna be doing all that, bro.
is because he only thinks about himself. So he says, coming to get JJ, and JJ's like, I don't want Dad, because he knows Dad took him away, so he was freaking out, right? So I didn't tell him he was even coming, like Dad's going to come take you to school or anything. So he didn't bother me last night, which I was surprised. I was expecting kind of an ambush for him to kind of like come over or be just.
Even if that's the case, you would be ready for that as a parent. Like you would know that's part of the routine at that point. Then you know what I mean. It's like, all right, Anthony finna break down when I try to make him go to the bathroom. Like, you know what I mean. Like that's gonna happen. That becomes like a part of the routine. So it's not even really like considered like that. You know what I mean? Hey, shout out Joe Cool, man. Welcome to the chat. Shelly, welcome in.
Just mean. And say, it's my house, I'm on the lease, I'm going to stay here, kind of thing. Because that's kind of his macho attitude. And so he came this morning, I was getting JJ ready.
So he got in last night, but he wasn't at the house last night.
Yeah, I didn't hear from him, except for he texted me and said, I'll be there at 7:30 to pick up JJ.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, that was good, because I didn't hear from him. And then he came over in the morning and he's like banging on the door.
Continuing her story, it's hard to miss the exaggerated blinking, another sign of lying. At this point, she's only making brief eye contact.
Like, I don't know, bro. Like, maybe it's just my son because everybody's different. Like, I get that, but like, my son, right? He's autistic, bro, and like, you can almost anticipate when like stuff is gonna happen. Like, these meltdowns, they don't be as random as like that's why all these child abusers have the same characteristics, bro. It be random injuries that they can't explain, and then it's always a bathtub. You feel me? And like every time.
Usually,
Or there'll be like random fits, right? So like that's not really how it works. Like what your kids don't like and what they do like. So you're like, all right, we got to go to the doctors today. Fuck, he probably gonna wild out. I have to manage extra time because he's probably gonna wild out today. So if I know he's gonna wild out, why would I get mad when he wilds out? Like, why would I be mad? Like, oh, he's throwing a fit. Like he does that shit every day. Like that's gonna happen.
at the point where she has sprinkled in the truth. Vallow is probably unaware that she is doing this, and the officer maintains a friendly manner, allowing Vallow the chance to talk herself into a corner. A good tactic for interrogation is to let the other person talk as much as they want to about any relevant subject, because the more they speak, the more likely they will say something that can either be confirmed or disproven by
Nice as possible, and I had JJ stuff all ready for school, and so.
Do you remember about what time he got there?
Well, she real life sweet D, bro.
He said he'd be there 7:30, but it was more like 7:40ish or 7:35. I don't know.
Okay.
But I remember looking at the clock, and he wasn't there at 7:30, and he's usually Mr. On
Punctual.
time. Yes. So I was like, okay. And then JJ was like, oh, Dad. And then he was like, Mommy, and like ran to me and was like holding me. He's like, you're not taking me to school. And I was like, it's okay, Daddy can just drive you to school. It's not a big deal. You know, just trying to make it whatever.
Calm.
Yeah, calm. And then he was just being real smirky and real like jerky, you know, to me. And I was like ignoring him, whatever. And so he was like, I'm
And
leaving.
your brother lives there with you?
No,
Okay.
he had stayed with me last night because I was worried he was going to come over and
Okay.
cause trouble with me.
Okay.
And just wanted someone else there, like my
Yeah.
brother there, because I trust my brother. And it's been a long story. Like, I had to go live at my brother's when he took JJ, and, you know, he's just been difficult. So,
Yeah.
anyway. So I got JJ stuff ready. And he was like, well, and he's like this about timing. He's like, I'm leaving in 20 minutes because it's like 15 minutes to the school, and like you can't get there early. They don't open the gates until 8:20 or something like that. And I said, well, why don't you just go now? I don't want him in the house. I'm like, why don't you just go now and take him to Burger King because that's what he likes for breakfast. And he's very particular about food. Like, he wanted chicken fries for breakfast and a Sprite. Like, and I just get what he wants, because if you don't get what he wants, then it's like on the floor screaming, dragging him into school. Like, and he's big and he's heavy and it's hard for me to handle. But anyway, so I said, just go. And so he said, okay. So I gave him a backpack. He got in the car. This is his MO, right? He always leaves something in the house and comes back. He never leaves the first time. I always expect my husband to come back into the house, right? Yelling and screaming,
like breaking
like,
things,
yes.
goes nuts, like physical violence.
He's never really, besides like grabbing us and pushing us, but not like punching us or something. But with Tylee, he has gotten physical. It was, I don't remember specifics, but they were kind of both.
You're already trying to set him up as violent.
They were kind of in the heat of it. I don't think there was many words that I remember.
So Tylee goes outside.
Yeah, she was outside.
And then what happened?
Then they got up from that, and my brother had like stepped back, I guess, and then Charles was coming with me at the back, yelling at me to
Hey, Mike, man, welcome in. Happy Sunday, my boy.
give him his phone still, because I had it in my hand. It was all really quickly, and then when I went around kind of in the circle, then my brother was there.
When you said when you were going around and he was coming at you with the bat, how was he holding the bat?
Just like that, like backwards, almost in one arm.
Like he was swinging it backwards? He would have done like
he would have swung it backwards at me, not frontwards.
Okay, yeah.
He was a professional baseball player.
Okay.
So it wasn't a good idea for Tyler to get out of that.
Probably not the.
I mean, he played semi-pro
Yeah.
when he was young. But yeah, and then I was kind of turned around, and we were all right there in that room except for the kids had been outside by that time, and I heard the gunshot. And
so you heard the shot? Did you actually see the shot, or did you just hear it?
I had gone around to the kitchen to get away from him, and so back around. So I don't know if he went in the house.
I didn't, so I'm like a little bit of a disadvantage.
Yeah, so I didn't see the shot. I heard it, and then I came back around and I saw that he was on the ground.
Okay.
And was freaking out.
Yeah.
And so I was just freaking out, and it just went into mom mode. I'm like, I've got to go to get JJ to school. I've got to get to the kids. I just felt like I got to get to the kids. And so I just went outside and to see if they were in there okay. I didn't want them coming back in the house when all that was going on. And
She was like, if I can't have this family, bro, can't nobody have this family.
Ask about or anything that we didn't cover that you think is important. I always ask that just because I wasn't there, and so we're going through something that happened a super small amount of time.
yes,
Yeah, go for it.
Just thinking. He was just so angry, like super scary.
Did you?
You know how you take your phone away from like a 16-year-old and they freak out, like their world disintegrates. Like I've taken my phone away from a 16-year-old boy before, and he's like wanted to kill himself because like they kidnapped him. That's how it was. It was like is something on his phone that he does not want me to see. That he was like freaking out, like.
Yeah, no, this is the first time. This is the first time I seen this case. But yeah, that's what they said. Her brother tried to kill her ex-husband a few times for her. They was probably on some weird shit. They was probably on some on some brother sister shit. That shit Game of Thrones ass shit.
To the point where I thought he would hit me in the back of the head to get the phone.
Okay. So you thought, and not, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but you thought it was possible that he was going to hurt you.
Absolutely, he was going to hurt me and Tylee.
Okay.
Not JJ, he would never hurt JJ.
Okay.
And he hurt my brother. Like,
Yeah.
He was going, like, ballistic about.
The more she is questioned, the tighter her body language becomes, to the point of drawing her legs up into the chair. She is clearly uncomfortable.
They always go into childlike look. They always go into childlike postures. Crisscross applesauce. You see it every time. Don't do this if you're in fucking getting interrogated.
Comfortable with the line of questioning and tries to deflect by focusing on how she felt threatened by her husband's rage.
It was bad.
Okay. I'm going to go talk to her real quick.
Okay.
And then if, obviously, we'll be here for a little bit, hopefully not too much longer. But if you think of anything or there's anything that kind of pops in your head or, as much done a little bit, and long term and can help, something that's not can help you in your, right.
Like, that somebody passed away, he doesn't understand what
that means. Well, I mean, it's hard at 7 to understand that
anyway. That's true, but with him he just doesn't, which is probably better because he doesn't comprehend things, but I don't know, it's just, that's a lot to think about.
Yeah.
Now she's saying the 6-7-year-old child don't comprehend things? Like, come on, man.
So let me go find one of them, and then we'll make sure that you guys get to meet with them before you leave, because that might be something very helpful for you guys. And I'm going to go speak with your daughter for just a little bit, and we'll kind of go from there.
Okay.
Okay? And if you need anything, let me know, okay? Okay.
Hey, whoa! Did y'all see that?
So let me go find one of them, and then we'll make sure that you guys
Whoa! This is what my tax dollars paying for. What is going on right now? What is going? I'm not tripping. Y'all thought I was tripping. I'm not tripping. Detective Fade is out here. Detective Fade. Fade Vision. I seen it. I seen it. I seen it.
The officer offers to put
Hey, we got Lisa in the building. Who that just popped up, man? What's good?
Vallow in contact with victim services, an action that can have two outcomes. If Vallow is innocent, it will help her navigate the grieving process with her children. If she is not, additional evidence or leads could be collected from anything the child might say to an agent. The officer then exits the room to question Tylee. This has to concern Vallow. Will her daughter say anything incriminating? If she does, is there any way that between her and her brother they can come up with a plausible explanation? One has to wonder if this was the moment she began to think of the children as a liability.
I like your daughter a lot.
She's fun.
Yeah. So one of the victim services, Denise, is here. So I kind of told her.
She got her gun on her and shit in the interrogation room. I don't see that all the time. Like the cops don't be having their guns on them in the room.
Just a little bit of what happened. So if you're good with it, I'm going to have her come over and I'm going to introduce her to you guys so you guys can talk for a little bit, which kind of works well too because I need to run over to where my partner's at and just talk to him a little bit. That way you guys will have a little bit, hopefully, extra support if you need it. So I'm going to go grab Denise real fast and then introduce you guys.
Okay.
Okay?
Great.
So this is Denise.
Hi. Hi.
Hey, sorry. That's funny. I'm so
So she's gonna take you over to like a conference room so you guys can sit and talk and stuff. And then you can just, once you guys talk and kind of, you can decide if you're comfortable with Tylee coming in or whatever.
Okay, sure.
And then we'll
I just didn't want her to be left alone in the
Yeah,
room by herself.
yeah.
She's freaking out.
so we keep kind of popping in and checking on her and
I
stuff.
just didn't want her to be alone too long.
Yeah.
We'll be as brief or as long as you want, okay? I'm here to try to, you got lots of choices when you talk, so.
Wait, Shelly said her brother, and her lover turned husband, Chad, killed her two kids, their dad and Chad's wife. Dang, they killed the dad too? They got the dad killed too, Shelly?
We'll just
And the two kids? That's terrible.
get started and then then we'll go from there. Does that sound okay? All right, thanks.
They handed me this, but that was just out of his room real quick.
Vallow was introduced to Denise from Victim Services, concluding the interview.
See, even who that said guns in the interrogation room are a definite no-no. I did law enforcement and security in Vegas for 23 years and had that PO is slipping hard. I told you, bro, I'm just a dude and I be seeing this shit. Shout out who that with the experience to validate the statement.
In September, Vallow and the children moved to Idaho to be closer to Daybell. On October 9th, Tammy Daybell calls the police to report that someone has tried to shoot her with what she thought was a paint gun. 10 days later, Tammy is found dead from what at first is labeled as natural causes. However, it is later discovered that Chad Daybell has purchased a wedding ring just 2 weeks before her death. On November 5th, Vallow and Daybell marry in Hawaii and claim while there that Tylee died 2 years previously and that Vallow does not have any younger children. On November 26th, family members ask police to do a wellness check on JJ, and it is discovered that both children have been missing since September. A full investigation doesn't take place until late December, and it isn't until June 9th that the remains of the children are found. Vallow and Daybell are arrested, and
Oh, so she thought she got away with it for a little bit. They were like going on vacations and shit. They thought they were in the clear.
eventually charged with the murders of Tammy, Tylee, and JJ. Later, Vallow is charged with conspiracy to commit the murder of Charles Vallow. Currently, both are awaiting trial, although Vallow has been deemed incompetent several times, causing her dates to be pushed back. Perhaps unshockingly, new evidence, a recording provided by her former sister-in-law, indicates that she may have been involved in the death of her previous husband, Anthony Ryan. This new revelation may lead to new charges against her. Until new charges are made or she is deemed fit to stand trial, Vallow will continue to reside in a mental health facility.
Bro, she playing that shit up. Everybody's like, oh, I can't believe somebody would do that. She crazy. Man, I wish she would just go to regular jail. Cause if you smart enough to try to manipulate all this type of moving parts for your plan, then your ass smart enough to go to jail. That's how I really feel. Yeah, she's not crazy, exactly. JJ was her nephew. Yeah, it was low key her nephew's son. They adopted, bro. Like it was her husband's nephew, like by blood, and then they adopted, bro.
Left side of her brain, and I was like, no. Her like eyeball was like moving up. Her eyeball was like moving up and down, kind of like she was having a seizure.
Head trauma, skull fractures, brain bleed.
She also has some broken ribs, too.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Oh, okay, Lord.
Yeah, she deserves like the capital punishment. I don't know what Idaho got. If we got anybody from Idaho tuning in, let me know. Like that's a capital punishment case for sure, bro. There was 5 deaths. This lady was responsible for 5 murders. Like the fuck, bro. She's like some type of mob boss at that point, right? That's like some type of conspiracy shit. Like put you in the chair, put you under the jail. You know what I mean? If it was me or you, fuck yeah.
She called me on the phone like crying, and she's like, did you drop my baby? There's a huge lump on her left side of her brain. And I was like, no, I would not ever drop your baby on purpose. You know what I mean?
When a 2-month-old baby girl is
Shout out April. She said she looked it up. She's been sentenced. She got life times 6, no parole. Okay, that's good. We can horn that. Justice. She claimed they were zombies. Yeah, bro. She just came wild. She just came wild. I like zombies. That makes zombies people weird. Now she's trying to make make this. See, she's trying to make us weird, bro. Don't even do it. That's not even real. She's not even a zombie person. She don't like zombies.
rushed to the hospital after suffering a seizure in the care of her babysitter. Doctors discover alarming injuries that raise more questions than answers. As investigators search for the truth,
Her like eyeball was like moving up and down, kind of like she was having a seizure.
Head trauma, skull fractures, brain bleed.
She also has some broken ribs, too.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Oh, okay, Lord. She called me on the phone like crying, and she's like, did you drop my baby? There's a huge lump on her left side of her brain. And I was like, no, I would not ever drop your baby
Bro, on the left side of her brain, bro, that's deep as hell.
on purpose. You know what I mean?
I'm never letting my kid go over there again.
when a 2-month-old baby girl is rushed to the hospital after suffering a seizure in the care of her babysitter, doctors discover alarming injuries that raise more questions than answers. The crime are presumed innocent unless and until
she's kind of like limp and kind of breathing funny. Her mom said she's been sick and stuff, and she's just kind of acting like out of it. It's not normal. I just want to make sure she's okay because she's in my care.
paramedics find the infant, a 2-month-old baby girl named Kora, in a dire state, with part of her head appearing deformed. However, when they reach the mother on the phone, she panics, explaining Kora has no defects of any kind. At the hospital, the truth of Kora's condition begins to emerge, confirmed in a grim call between officers.
Once I got to the hospital, they took the child in to get CT imaging. And as they were finishing that up and taking the
They're not even at the hospital. The mom's at the house. Like she went back home. That's cold blooded.
child back, the child started seizing after the CT imaging. So there's traumatic bleeding on the right side of the brain, and that's the injury that can be seen on the outside where it's kind of, hold on. Let me pull up the photos. The nurse
Says the case of Holly Shepherd. The babysitter, it looks like, was abusing the child, her client. It was a baby too, poor thing.
took.
Like a little baby, I believe, not like a toddler.
And there was a visible mark on the right side of the child's scalp, I guess is what I might have to call you back, but I think that's what I needed for the time being.
Sounds good.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, bye.
Due to the severity of her condition, baby Kora is flown by helicopter to a different hospital, where she fights for her life. With unexplained injuries, investigators turn to the 3 people who were in the home with the baby. The babysitter Holly, her mother-in-law Doretta, and Doretta's sister Doreen, each with their own account for what happened that morning.
So I got Holly's statement, I got Grandma's statement, and I got Grandma's sister statement.
Okay.
All 3 of them
Yeah.
did not add up.
Investigators will examine the accounts of all. Kora had just been laid to bed for a nap when she began acting unusual. The officer began.
It's always, I gave them a bath, I was putting them down for a nap, then they started seizing, then they fell off the bed, they must have hit their head. Oh my Lord, every time.
Is there blankets in there? Like
There's
somebody's
blankets.
been sleeping in it?
There's blankets in there. I can't tell you if someone's been sleeping in there or not.
I just,
Yo, what up, Google?
yeah, okay.
Gotta keep that room. Is there something? What are you thinking?
I can't figure out why she would put the baby in the baby bed when she usually puts the baby on the big bed when she's taking a nap. So if I say something, would it go against me?
If you say something won't go against you, you're not under arrest.
No. Okay. Just leave it. I guess I don't want to say nothing that's gonna. I don't want to hurt her, but I just want if the baby fell off the bed.
However, doctors noted injuries that point to something far more severe. Along with serious bleeding around her brain, they also found scattered skull fractures, as though something traumatically hit the child's head. They begin questioning Holly, who was recently left in charge of the 2-month-old.
It sounds like she hit her with a pole or something, or a remote, you know?
And her 4-year-old sister.
I'm a member of on Facebook of a Ponca City area moms group.
Okay.
That I kind of talk on there to like just fellow moms, do like play dates and stuff with other kids because I have 2 kids of my own. And Mackenzie, the mom, she posted on there that she needed childcare.
That wall looks grimy, bro. It does look wild in there, Mike. It looked like motherfuckers be getting did dirty in that fucking room.
And I told her I was staying at home. You know, I have 2 kids. Met her at McDonald's, and like her and her husband were like, okay, yeah, I like her. So
They be using hella Pine Sol in that room. It looked like.
Just started that this week on Tuesday. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if she'll continue with me because of this, but she won't really talk to me. But yeah.
So $1,200 a month. That's
it's like $300 a week. So she just paid me today, and then so
that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it is.
In their initial Facebook messages, which started 1 week earlier, Holly had introduced herself as a wife and mother of 2, stating she has tons of caregiving experience. Mackenzie admitted she was nervous about leaving her children with a stranger, but said Holly reassured her by offering several family members as references, including her mother-in-law, Doretta.
And how many kids?
I would have, bro, the babysitter, I'm taking off on her, bro. If I come back and my kids are all lumped up, bro, like.
What are you watching for?
Just 2.
Just 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
So my 2 go to daycare.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
And then, which is kind of weird because I'm like, well, I miss my kids, you know, but my kids love their daycare, so.
Holly goes on to explain what happened after Sam took their 2 children to daycare and headed to work, leaving Holly and Doretta alone with Mackenzie's 2 children.
So 911 was called at 10:37. So she ate. I made her a bottle around 10:15ish. And I was sitting on the couch and I was holding her. She's been kind of cranky this morning, so I don't know if she was.
So wait, I feel like she's probably got some state-funded fucking daycare, and then she watches kids while her kids are at state-funded daycare. I don't think that's how that shit's supposed to work, bro.
She was dealing with like some gas or what was going on, but she was kind of cranky. So I fed her She drank maybe 2 ounces of her bottle, and then she fell
That sounds like some bullshit right there.
asleep with my arm, so I put the bottle down, kind of covered up with a blanket, and like sat there to make sure that she was like asleep. Then I stand up and I bring her to my daughter's bed in the crib and just set her down. Kind of swaddled her, turned on the nightlight and the little lullaby music thing, and then walked out to kind of handle. I left the door open, of course, to hear her, but to tend to Audrey, and then probably around like I want to say 10:35, so 2 minutes before I called. I
Hey, Jamie, welcome to the chat, man.
noticed, like I was sitting there playing with Audrey on the floor, and
Right, Amanda? That's what I was saying.
I just hear Kora, which is the baby's name, just like scream cry, like a hurt cry. And like our cats are outside. There's no, like she doesn't roll over yet. She's only 2 months. And so I ran in there, turned the light on, picked her up, and I noticed that like her arms were just like stretched out, like they were so stiff, and her eyes were kind of like, I don't know how to describe it.
Can you show me? If you don't know.
Like my eyes?
Yeah.
Oh, like she was like she kept
Okay,
like
so
they,
blinking.
yeah, that, and like her like eyeball was like moving up and down, kind of like she was having a seizure. And I'm a certified
She trying to be like they had a seizure, then that's how they got the brain injury every time.
medical assistant, so I kind of like know the signs of that, and it looked like a seizure to me. So I just immediately I picked her up, and like I said, I saw that, and then her arms were stiff, and she was kind of breathing funny. So I was like, okay, I'm calling 911.
After learning of Kora's injuries, the infant's mother called Holly to demand answers.
She called me and she said, hey, did you drop my baby? Like she called me on the phone, like crying, and she's like, did you drop my baby? There's a huge lump on her left side of her brain or her head. And I was like, no, I would not ever drop your baby on purpose. You know what I mean? I mean, there's no way.
And so where was Doretta?
You see how she put that on the end of at the end of the sentence, she was like on purpose. Like now it's so she got the back door for, I think I dropped her by accident, but it was so traumatic that I just forgot. My anxiety.
And her sister at whenever the baby was asleep.
They were in the living room.
Doretta is brought in for questioning, and
they're about to tell us how she's the victim now.
And although she recalls the morning much like Holly does, one important detail doesn't quite align.
Well, Holly was feeding the baby, the little girl was playing, and when my sister come in, we stood there talking. Well, Holly was holding the baby and started crying a little bit. Well, me and my sister talked, and we went out in the yard and loaded up the air conditioners, and we stood out there and talked. Out there in the car, Well, then Holly comes out of the house and said that she had to call the ambulance, and I said, why? She said, well, the baby's not, something's wrong with the baby.
All right, so the only person that was inside the house was Holly at that time, and you and your sister were outside.
Right.
Though Holly claimed Doretta and Doreen were with her in the living room, Doretta's account puts the two of them outside, leaving Holly alone with the baby before placing her in the crib. Still, Doretta remains unconvinced that Kora was ever in the crib at all.
I'm thinking that she put the baby on the bed, and the baby fell off.
Okay.
I'm thinking.
You think that that's what happened?
I am thinking very much.
Okay, what makes you think that?
Well, because she has, as far as I could, this week, she has never put that baby in that crib. She's always put it on her bed.
Despite this unusual change in routine, Holly stands firm that the baby was in the crib. Before then, she had otherwise been in her arms or Doretta's.
But the only time she was alone with the baby is whenever I was in the kitchen for maybe 3-4 minutes.
She alone who?
Doretta. Like she was holding the baby for me.
By herself whenever you were in the kitchen?
While I was making the bottle.
And where was she at with the baby?
On the couch, sitting on the couch.
Oh, sitting on the couch. Did she tell you if something happened while she was
No, when I asked her, and she said, no, not that I can recall, but she does have, she's showing some signs of like dementia and stuff, but I would feel like if it's something.
She talking about a baby showing signs of dementia? That sentence don't even make sense.
Serious, or I would have heard of something if she dropped her or hit her, which, I don't think she would do that.
Now, in your kitchen,
Mm-hmm.
You said Greta was in the living room. In the kitchen, can you see from the kitchen to the living room, or is there a wall?
There's a wall.
There's a wall?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's the only time that Kora was out of your sight,
Yes.
line of sight,
Correct.
not with you, not anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Before addressing this with Doretta, the detective explains the seriousness of the situation and delivers a shocking update about Kora's injuries.
You can see it's a little red right there, and it's starting to swell, right? You can see the difference where the swelling's starting to spread, right?
Yeah.
By her temple.
Oh, yeah.
So, okay. There's also, she also has some broken ribs.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
Lord.
So, that's why it's important for me to find out what happened or how everything happened. At any point in time, were you left by yourself with Kora, the little baby?
I left with her?
Yes, yes. Were you like?
I see what you're saying, Creole Cartel. She's saying the old lady had dementia and she dropped the baby, but forgot that she dropped the baby. That's a lie. That's a lie.
Like left by yourself, or you were messing with her?
Mm-mm.
No.
I was all in the kitchen at all times.
Not what she's saying. I mean, not what you saying. What she's saying. Like that excuse is a lie.
I mean, in the living room.
Okay, with
Holly and the little girl and my sister.
So at no point in time were you by yourself with
Oh, no.
Kora?
No.
Okay. Now, she also mentioned that you had the onsets of dementia. That's what she mentioned. Is that true?
No.
That's not true?
No. I've taken medicine, but I don't have dementia. I mean,
Okay.
I might forget a little bit, but I was outside.
Okay. When she went to go make a bottle for her in the kitchen, she said that there was a wall in the kitchen that you can't see into the living room, and that you were left by yourself with the baby, and that's the only time that she did not have any eyes on the baby.
Sir. No, sir. That is not true. Sir, she did not. I did not be in that front room with that baby by myself at all.
With conflicting stories from the two women, investigators questioned Doretta's sister, Doreen. Her statement validates one of their stories, but rips an entirely new hole in another.
We just got up and went outside and was taking air conditioners coming in.
Only you and Doretta. And
Doretta.
Holly stayed inside.
Right. And Holly come out. She said, something's wrong with the baby's breathing. Can you come and check? So we ran into the house. The baby was in the carrier. And my sister said, well, what do you mean? She said, well, she just stopped breathing right. And so she said, I've called the mother and the ambulance, And so we stood there waiting for the ambulance to come. I stayed in the house with the other little girl. And my sister and Holly had went out to the ambulance. But as far as, I don't know what happened.
Okay.
I didn't hear nothing drop, fall, or anything.
Okay.
Her account confirms that she and Doretta were both outside, placing Holly alone with baby Kora inside the house. But her claim that the baby was found in the car seat rather than the crib raises new questions.
Did she say why she had the baby in the car seat?
No, she did say, I was fixing to go get some diapers or something, and she said, but I have to wait here for the ambulance now. And
See what the mom's saying, or what this lady is more correlating to what the mom's saying, not what the babysitter's saying.
mother.
Okay.
This creates a gap in Holly's account. Was she putting the baby down for a nap as she claimed, or preparing to leave with her? Detectives spoke to Holly's husband Sam, who showed them Facebook messages from Holly that morning. She'd been planning to bring him a drink at work, writing, "It'll be a minute feeding the baby." Shortly after, she dialed 911. After the ambulance left, Sam says she met him in person and told him the baby had a seizure before returning to the house, where police were waiting to speak with her. She then sent messages saying, "I'm scared our babies will be taken away. I didn't do anything. I don't abuse children."
Stop the cap.
She also snapped a photo of one of the officers writing FML, an abbreviation which commonly means my life.
Why is she worried about her kids getting taken away or your kids taken away?
Just because DHS is going to get involved, and they're not. No. Like I told her, if the baby had a seizure, they're going to be able to prove it.
It's an injury.
It's not a seizure.
It's a seizure that was caused by an injury. Yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah.
Speaking once more with Doretta, the detective wonders if Holly is telling the truth or possibly shifting the blame.
She's lying about you being alone with her today.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely, because I had my sister there, and then
Holly just lied about everything. Holly lied about everything. Holly can't stop lying.
Do you have any idea why she's trying to say that you were by herself, or why she's
she
trying to
didn't
blame
want
it on
I
you?
don't know. And that's what exactly what my sister said that she'd do. I mean, my daughter would say. She said, Mama, she said she hurt that baby. And you bet that she's going to try to put blame on you.
He wanted to go get the kids, and I walked him out and around, and then she left too.
Okay.
Is she supposed to?
She wasn't supposed to.
Huh?
She wasn't supposed to.
He asked her to hang tight.
Holly is found walking 4 blocks away from the police station, and they bring her back to confront her with everything they've uncovered.
Here's the deal. I just need you to tell me the truth so that I can try to tell the doctors down there what happened, okay? Mm-hmm. There's certain things that you kind of lied to me about that were verified by other people, okay? The first thing is you didn't tell me that you had the baby in a car seat, that you were going to take the baby with you to go buy some diapers.
Y'all think she gonna start crying? Put ones in the chat if you think she gonna start crying sometime.
At the same time that you were going to take a drink or supposed to take a drink to Sam, right? And during that time, you were the only one that was inside the house by yourself with the baby. You told me that Doreen and Doretta were both in the house at that time. Whenever the baby started crying, and you went in there and freaked out, and then they went outside. Okay, they're both telling me different. Your mother-in-law got really offended whenever I asked her about her dementia, and got really upset about it. That is very easily verifiable, which you said, you can contact my doctor, here's his name, blah, 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 here's the information. That it's really easily be verifiable if she does have dementia or not. Right. Okay? I just need you to be straight with me, and I don't feel like you are. If you're going to keep playing these games, you're just going to make it worse on yourself.
Hey, Twitch, welcome in. Oh, shit, Derek. Shout out, Derek. Welcome to the chat, my boy. Welcome in. We got to show out for the members. Twitch, man, welcome in. Always well received to the chat. Everybody fuck with Twitch. White boy, man, welcome back. Long time no see. Who else in there? Who else? Low key Ghostly, welcome. Lisa. We got a rep for the members, man. We got a rep for the members. Yeah, man. Shout out Krill too. Thomas, aka Candyman, was goody.
Instead of just being honest with me. That's all I'm asking you to do. Okay? I'm not trying to take your kids. I don't care about taking your kids. I care about finding out what happened and finding out the truth. That's all I'm after, is the truth. But you keep saying, okay, but you don't want to tell me the truth about what happened.
It's not that I don't want to. I'm just trying to remember because I'm all frazzled because this is crazy.
As Holly continues to withhold the truth, another detective steps in and takes a more direct approach.
What's up, Gabby? I see you.
Establish the timeline. You were the only one with the kid, okay? Okay. This kid has very bad injuries, okay, to its head. Okay. Something that only could have happened whenever the kid was with you today. Okay? And I'm going to give you the opportunity to not look like this monster sitting here that's not telling the truth, and be a compassionate young woman and tell us what happened to this child. Okay? If not, then I'm going to make you out to be the monster that you are. The baby's in surgery and may die. Do you want to be a killer or do you want to be remorseful? Are you a killer? Then tell me what happened to that child. This is your opportunity. I'm listening, young lady.
So, I put her down for her nap. That was true. It was in her crib. On the way back, Audrey had a toy on the floor, and I accidentally tripped. I'm so sorry.
You should be. For lying.
I told y'all. I told y'all.
Scared.
But I also need you to. You had all the opportunity to cry before. I'm sorry, I'm not very remorseful right now because you sat here and lied. Okay? But I also need you to tell the entire story. Where you tripped, what hit her head, because something hit her head very badly. She has skull fractures across the whole back of her head.
Okay.
So start over and tell me what happened. If you tripped, you tell me what she hit, what you did afterwards, everything.
Okay. So I was walking, like I said, from the crib, which is in my bedroom, out of the hallway into the living room. There was a big, like my son's big monster truck right there, and I fell over, and I tripped, and she fell out of my hands, and just hit the floor. Like I don't remember anything being underneath her head.
The bruising is, I wouldn't say cylindrical, but long.
Okay.
Like edge of the crib, edge of the wall, edge of. He's being serious about. I can give the doctors information about what happened.
No, I know. I'm just trying to remember if there was anything under her head. All I know is I tripped and fell. Yeah, her head.
So it went from, remember she was saying her mom has dementia and might have dropped the baby. Now it went from that to uh I tripped with the baby.
Hit the trailer of the car. It was like this walk.
And then what happened?
And then I picked her up and called 911.
Is that whenever she had the stiff arms and
Yes.
had a seizure, like whenever she hit her head?
Yes. And her eyes were like doing that and freaking out. I didn't mean to fall.
So your first inclination of having an accident with a 2-month-old child was to save yourself and not tell somebody what happened.
Right on the
I
head.
was just scared.
I was scared for me.
The detective leaves the room to provide an update while the other remains with Holly. Still questioning how the baby could have landed on the same toy Holly tripped over, he allows her to demonstrate the fall.
So I was walking with her like this, and I guess I tripped and fell because I remember my foot going like this. And then I get I guess my foot kicked it.
I think she just slammed the baby.
And then when she fell like this on it.
Okay. So when she fell, how did you drop her? Did you go down with her? Like how does that, like, show me exactly like how it went.
Okay. I'm trying to, So I tripped, my foot had her,
Mm-hmm.
and I guess it kicked that.
Mm-hmm.
So then I fell, and I guess I let go of her because that's when she hit her head like that. Like I guess this would be that because that's her head.
So did you drop her from up top all the way, or what?
I think I had her like mid, and then I lost.
Dropped her?
Yeah, and then I lost my balance.
Then you dropped her as you were going down?
Yes, yeah.
And so did you drop her completely from both hands?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So she hit the floor?
I think she hit the back of the toy, like on the.
Nah, bro. That's sad. I think she like football spiked it. The poor thing, the poor baby. Like, I think it was like a lot of force or something to the back of the head, like this or like this. But either way, it was a really violent motion. Like she lying. That's why she's coming up with the fall forward, because she's trying to explain like impact. I think that's what she's trying to cover up. You know what I mean? So I really think she like threw the child. Like I think that's what happened.
Tired and I've been like really shaky today and dizzy. So say here's the couch. So here's the couch. And like I said, I lay her like on the couch and I kneel, right? So after I changed her diaper and her clothes to the pink onesie with the black pants, I pick her up and I went to go throw the diaper in the trash in the kitchen. And I was in my socks and I just kind of lost my balance. I was kind of like, I got really, really dizzy. And this time I had her like cradled. And I kind of just fell like straight down. And I sat there for a minute because I like saw stars.
I thought she was gonna go with and my body weight was just on top of him, but that's not where she's not even acting like super emotional. Like she's kind of just like, and then like blah 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 blah. Like that's crazy.
And then I got up. So I like clinched onto her. So she didn't fall. She didn't hit her head. But I just wanted to tell you that but that's not really pertinent to like her head injury.
Okay.
Per se.
She's got 2 skull fractures on opposite sides of the head.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
If you get hit on this side,
yeah,
you're not going to have a skull fracture on this side. You understand? Again, yes. Stop lying to me. You understand? I don't know why you keep doing that.
The detective asks Holly to demonstrate again exactly how the baby fell, not once, but twice.
Like, you want me to drop this when she drops?
Drop it, yeah.
Okay, I just didn't know.
Yeah,
okay.
Drop it.
All right.
It's not going to hurt my feelings any.
Okay, so like I had her and I tripped and she fell like right here.
Like that?
Yes.
And hit the
truck.
The truck. Okay,
yeah.
And then second time?
Okay, so I was on my side and I think that time she hit like the right side. Like, okay. I mean, it looked like she fell just straight down. Mm-hmm. Not really any particular side. So that's where I'm kind of confused to why she has 2, whatever.
Whatever.
2 skull fractures?
Yes.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. So you go to pick her up?
Yes. So I kind of did this, and I grabbed her like this, and I did this, and I got, like, I don't know how you would say that, like off balance.
Okay.
And just dropped her from
How?
here.
How'd you drop her?
Like this.
Like that? A second time. Mm-hmm. Dropping from...
So first she say, I fell forward and dropped her. Then I picked her up and dropped her again. Like, what? That's not what happened.
Even, how tall are you?
Like 5'6.5".
5'6.5"?
Yeah.
5 feet, 6 inches is not going to cause a skull fracture to happen. Okay. It takes a tremendous amount of force. She either had to hit something that's super hard, okay, yeah, like this, or you had to grab her, be so frustrated and mad that you slammed her. You understand?
Now you on it, cop. He on it now. He's starting to figure it out. He catching up to Fade now.
Understand?
Yeah.
You can't change the laws of physics as much as you want to. You can't.
Okay.
Okay, just like you can't change the gravitational pull and how fast somebody falls.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot change that.
Okay.
Okay? What you're telling me about just dropping her and her falling down is not going to cause that amount of damage.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I just wanted to tell you what the absolutely truth was.
So you dropped her about...
Hey, Kat, welcome to the chat. Who else? Bill, welcome in, man. I seen you. Welcome back. Jeanette, yeah, jail. They need the jail for sure. Laura, how's it going?
Halfway down, about 3 feet off the ground when you tripped. And she hit the
first time.
The first time.
And then
when
I
she
picked
hit
up.
the thing. You picked her up, and the last time you were fully up,
Yes.
you said you dropped her again.
Yes.
And that's what happened.
Yes.
And that's not going to change.
No.
With Holly now committed to her revised story, investigators turn their attention to why she made an attempt to cover up the truth.
Why did you tell anybody to begin with?
Because I was scared to get locked up, but here I am.
Accidents happen all the time.
I know, but I don't want to try.
When you cover it up. Look at me. I need you to stop crying right now, okay? Because you've cried so many different times for so many different reasons that I don't even know if it's the truth right now, that you're actually feeling remorseful.
I am.
You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know. Like, how are you even able to look at that mother and just stone cold, not feel terrible or remorseful for what you did?
Like, I cried the whole way from my house to meeting her at the hospital. And her and her husband were already, like, bawling. I didn't want to add to that.
Though Holly repeatedly claimed she was crying over the incident, Kora's grandmother said that when she arrived to pick up the 4-year-old, it was Doretta who was in tears, while Holly appeared completely straight-faced.
I mean, I just feel like you guys are thinking that I just threw this baby on the floor.
Honestly, I think that's what you did. I think that's exactly what you did. And you just don't want to say it because you're afraid of any consequences or whatever. But I honestly think that's what it is. I think she was cranky. It's not your baby. You don't know what its normal things are.
Mm-hmm.
Your anxiety kicked in. And before you knew it, you were doing something that you were like, holy crap, that's not what I meant to do. I think that's what happened.
And I hate that you think that.
You're the one that's going to have to explain it to them. And you're the one that's going to have to explain why A and B don't add up to C.
Bro, like, you're a whole adult. If a baby is like getting on your nerves, you could just put them down and run away. It can't catch up to you. Just go away for a few minutes, and then you'll be like, oh shit, I left a baby by itself. And then you'll go back and pick it up. But then you won't be mad no more, bro. Like, these people, they're crazy.
The doctor at the
And I'm not saying that's how you should raise your kids. I'm just saying, like, if you feel like doing that, like, that's like at least something you could do instead of doing what this lady did.
Children's Hospital is going to tell us exactly what happened and how it happened and how hard that the baby's skull was hit. Okay? Babies and young children, they are the hardest ones to break bones because they're not set like yours or mine. Their bones are still growing. They're really, really flexible. You really have to do something with a lot of force to be able to break their bones. You can't change that, and you can't hide that.
Like, I don't know what you're wanting me to do. I'm not going to lie and say I just dropped her because I'm mad. I would never do that on purpose, ever. Like, yes, I have anxiety. Yes, I have depression. I have all this stuff. I'm on meds for it. Crying does not bother me. Like, my kids whine all the time. I don't hit them and I don't abuse them. I'm not an abuser. So, I mean, I don't know what you want me to tell you. I didn't purposely throw her or purposely drop her. Like, I'm already locked up. There's no point in lying to you or lying to the judge or whoever else I talk to. There is no point.
All right.
Yeah, Twitch, that's what's even sadder. It's not even like, yeah, that's crazy. Deep facts.
But I don't know why you're putting me in jail when I didn't do it on purpose.
You lied several times about why you did what you did.
Because I didn't want my kids to be taken away, and now they are.
Though she maintains this new version of events is the honest truth, a shocking revelation will soon shed an entirely new light on the case. For now, she's arrested and booked into the Kay County Detention Center. 5 days later, officers present a warrant to search her phone and face a new challenge.
What's the password to your phone?
Oh gosh, you would ask me that. I don't have it in my hand, so I'm trying to remember. Sorry, it's kind of inappropriate. So
It's
I'm
okay.
sorry. Okay, so it's capital S.
Okay.
TAY.
Oklahoma City. Okay. You didn't bring that up to me. So that's why I'm here is, has she told you anything about that? Has she told you anything about what happened in Oklahoma City? Because I'll be honest with you, the Oklahoma City thing, met somebody on Facebook, was babysitting, baby was in a car seat, head trauma, skull fractures, brain bleed.
So what? And then she just left? She just left after she did that in Oklahoma City? She just went back home?
Did you question her about this after this incident?
I did. About this one?
Yes, like about the Oklahoma City and this, because I mean they're mirrored.
Like I said, I didn't find out about the truck until yesterday at the meeting, and then it clicked that you guys took it.
Yeah. I didn't know. I
She
mean,
told
I
her
didn't even miss
story.
the truck. I mean, it was there that morning.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what the little girls told you, but she was out over here playing. So I don't know if they questioned her, if she mentioned about something Holly followed. I don't know. I know y'all probably can't tell me
That's a
nothing.
big question that I have too. And she wanted to know what I wanted.
You need to let us know.
Oh, I definitely will.
You need to let us know. If she tells you anything about what happened in Oklahoma City, or if you know anything about what happened in Oklahoma City, you need to let us know, because I'm telling you right now, from experience, Oklahoma City and this is mirrored. It's mirrored.
Still, Sam insists that he was lied to and has no new information. In uncovered Facebook conversations with his brother, Sam expressed frustration over being lied to by Holly, adding that he needs to cut ties and contact for the sake of his kids. Holly, meanwhile, continued to send him texts from the jail's messaging system, begging him not to leave her. Whatever the truth about Kora may be, it isn't revealed in any of the messages.
I just don't know what could have happened.
You could just not go on the app, right? You could just not do that.
To be honest, I never done that.
What?
Have they found
What is
any?
your opinion on what happened from what you see?
I don't think it was
Do
unintentional.
you really think?
Used to provide updates on her Facebook page, Kora's Journey. 26-year-old Holly Marie Shepard was formally charged with felony child abuse, placed on a $500,000 bond, and ordered no contact with minors. She didn't post bond and remained in custody, receiving only a temporary medical release due to her being pregnant, with a court order requiring her to report back to jail immediately after hospital discharge. The current placement and care of Holly's infant are unknown. On November 26, 2024, Holly entered a plea of no contest in Kora's case. She was sentenced to life in prison with eligibility for parole after 25 years.
Yes, sir. I was scared. I was scared that she wasn't gonna get the life, but she got life. I believe the baby made it. I'm not sure. I'm hoping it did. I'm hoping the child made it.
In 2025, while serving her life sentence, Holly was separately charged with first-degree murder in connection to the 2018 death of a 3-week-old infant, a development that offered hope for resolution in the case after 7 years. She entered a plea of not guilty, and the case is still ongoing, with a hearing scheduled for October 2025. If you'd like to see select new videos early and help us keep uncovering cases,
So basically, she got another case too that came up. That's that Oklahoma case they was talking about to her parents. But yeah, man, that's gonna be the daytime stream, man. I'll see you guys this evening. Make sure you go check out our videos, man, on our channel. But we'll holler at you guys. Peace and love, man. Thanks for stopping by.